G'day guys. Okay, straight into it. I got a fairly easy rack. Whether I can play at a bonus. If you remember it from the last game, I think we were blocking him and I missed something, I can't remember. That's good to miss things that you don't remember. I think wows is okay, so I'm obviously going to look over there. That's the best spot by far. I would otherwise have to come off from the U down here, or hope to get something that like entered an IC, or even here, but that's not going to be very easy. So I think I'm just going to go with Scourer. It's probably better players in there, but you know, it's all I need. Gets me the maximum points. Look, it's not going to lose me the game. There's no Z to go on this O spot. There's no J either. They're both out. So yeah, fairly easy. Yeah, if you remember this game, it was blocking his potential bonus. And there was a possibility I could have played Xenia through here. Leaving the X, and it would score more, but it was a bad move towards the end of the game. So this one's fairly easy. I just got to find somewhere to play the IR. It's surprising that sometimes these kind of letters, especially towards the end of the game, no E to play through them, you're not going to be able to play them. So you always got to keep an eye on. Just never assume that you're going to be able to play them out. Make sure that when you're choosing an end game that you do have a place to play. And you know what? I can't even think of anything better than RIT. Now, if my opponent had tracked my tiles, they might have been able to block me there. I'm just trying to yeah. That's one of those. Yep, it looks like. Look, hey, maybe you can want to have a close look at the board or something, pause it, whatever. But I can't see any. No. So yeah, my opponent possibly missed the opportunity to get a few more points from me by blocking me there. Look, I'm going to go out in 2. That's a given. At the very worst, I could play like Bluer and then Lig here. So my opponent could have blocked me and got some more points, but it's not going to win in the game. Oh, and the way that I play with my matchups is that as soon as you win the game, as soon as you finish the game, you just go straight onto the next one. You don't worry about who starts, but that does mean I get a few lopsided starts because I tend to go out more often than my opponent. Right, I could leave like OWI gate. Kind of very weak letters. If I could play, yeah, I'm gonna. I can't think of anything else, so I'm just gonna play white here. And you might be tempted to just play OW, and that's fine. But if you'd get 10, so you'd sacrifice 14 points. But if you don't pick correctly, like an R and an N or some things, and you could just pick like a K and a W, you can get stuck. And by getting stuck, what I mean is you're stuck with low scoring tiles, and the possibility that you'll get into a trap where you keep trying to get a bonus and you never can. Right. Okay. So, if I was feeling inventive, I could try and play through the C. Is there an over? So, basic suffix over. I don't think there's anything. I don't think over card is good. How about through the Y? It's going to be difficult. I don't think I can get to the double. So, I don't think I can get to double. There's no, like, Yarko. Okay, so that's given me an idea for what to play next. So, barcode is available. Surprisingly enough, barcode only came in very recently. It has an anagram, brocade. But barcode can be played here, whereas brocade can't. I don't really want to play that. I want to play something here, if I can. D-A... No. D-O... Do... Yeah. I can't think of anything. D... Deck... So, something like decorate or something. Like, you could play through here. I wouldn't want to do that. No. How about a reword? Red coat. We'll go with red coat. I think it's got an anagram. Let's see what teacher says. Yes. I wish I could turn this off. Seems to have been come back for some reason. Red. Oh. Is that right? No. Alright, next. Okay, so there's a couple of easy 8s in here. When I say easy, I mean in Scrabble terms, because it just needs an E. So if you want to try and work what those are, just pause the video. But there's no E on the board, obviously. So I'm almost thinking like, is there a terminus? Terminus? No. Okay, so the words with the E are Monsieur, and it has an anagram in Ermus. Monsieur is very hard to find. Like, you basically have to let your brain just do the work for you. In Ermus, it's kind of okay. So even though it's a weird word, right? Well, I don't know what it means, but I know a word, enormous. So enormous and enormous are almost the same word, right? They just got vowels switched around. So you've got e, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So if you find enormous, and which is easier because it's this suffix ous, so common suffix ious and ous. You can possibly go, oh yeah, that's enormous, and then if you've practiced enough, you kind of immediately know that Monsieur is the anagram. But I mean, in that case, I found Monsieur first, and I know that enormous. They work off each other. You learn enough, and you're good. Yeah. So with this rack, I'm not sure if there's any bonuses. An no. There might be like a 10. Sorry, a 6. What am I thinking? A 9-letter word through one of these. Metronus. Do we want a metronus? No. Something SION. No. I can't think of anything through the T. Widens, of course, here. Ugh. I'm probably going to miss something here, but that's okay. I'm almost tempted just to play the HM. If I could play MU for maybe the same, because MU sucks. Like, in this board, you might go, US. It just kills. The Q's out. It just kills. I'm actually going to play Tumor here. And you might go, well, why are you playing Tumor? Well, I want an E. And if I get an E and a couple of easy other tiles, like INOURS, it's not that great. You have to get very specific tiles, and with this, I get a few more points. I open the board up because I mean I'm confident I'm going to get a bonus, right? In the next couple of turns. I just want to increase my chances. And taking this spot as well, my opponent could have, is there an X out? Or the J or something? My opponent could have good tiles. So I'm just going to go ahead and play. Teacher is happy, so I didn't miss anything. That's good. Sorry about the ads. Should really pay for this app one day. Just go and do this one. Okay, so if you remember, I played Wait, leaving Geo. Was it at Geo? Something like that. GA. My opponent's responded with a fairly simple bonus. No, like there's almost nonagon. Okay, so this is a lot of repeats on this rack. So you want to get rid of ONE. Ideally, you want like Goond. Can't remember if Goond is good. Goond? No. How about Gooning? No. Nogging? No. Wenge is a possibility, but it doesn't get rid of my O's. It doesn't undouble my O's. So yeah. So the most powerful play here would be to just play ONE off, even if it's for no points. You've got ing endings here. You want to keep it basically open. Unfortunately, there's this hotspot's probably the best one to take. And the thing is, it doesn't matter what I play. It doesn't really matter what I play. It's not gonna leave me with great. It's gonna open up something for my opponent. So if I play like none, now you might be tempted to play none because it scores a little more. Yeah, it's okay. So my opponent could have Y, but they could also have a bonus next turn. They could play the F here, IF, and score a lot. So that's why, to counteract that, I've got to try and get the most out of this turn. Non-go. Say Scrabbleism, in that it's a bonus that that isn't able to go on the board. That's basically what we would refer to as a non-go. Nong is viable, but I think there's better things. I really want to play Gone. Genoa would work. Agon. Genoa's okay. I don't like leaving this spot because my opponent can easily get 50 points here. 50, 60, 70. If they just need like an F or a H or a Y or a W, it's just too... it's too dangerous. So I'm going to play Eon. And I picked a Q. Okay, that's not fun. Now I could have played Neon, maybe. It leaves OGE, which isn't really very... You need kind of the N to make the G work, or one of the other like tiles, R or an I. So yeah, a little bit hard. Yeah, we'll see what happens next turn. So my next turn will be fairly simple. It'll be like playing QAT here, living Gone, which is okay. Okay, so no bonuses on this rack. Undouble your Vals and get rid of the J. That's basically how this is going to go down. Now, AJA would be great, but there are spots. You can play Raja. I don't like that because it doesn't score enough. Oh, almost got the J on that spot there, but not quite. Like, you might be tempted to just play Joy for 26 or something, or JA for 24. Don't. Just, leaving the doubles is death, basically. You know what? I think that Raja is probably the better play. because it leaves me a really good lead. Beautiful spots to make a... I almost got Maharaja. Can I play a J? No. Yeah, beautiful spots for bonuses. Setting myself up to play a good play next. It gets rid of everything I want, and you know what? I thought there were better spots on the board, but there really aren't. So, yep, I'm gonna play. Oh, yep, right. Now you might go, oh, but it opens up my spot. I don't care. I'm going for bonuses. Yeah, okay. So I didn't really get great tiles, but can you imagine if I'd had two A's and say that rack, ugh, or that rack? I'm still not going to get anything. Or I might have like A, U. Yeah, you could go, oh, but you know, look what you picked up. So what? So I've got fairly easy outs on this rack, and even if I've almost got like murmured. I can use the J next turn. Hopefully I'd be able to get rid of RUM somewhere. MAAR even. You know, I've got options. Next one, okay, so an easy... so I've picked well. ZS is always much easier to play with. GOS, even GOS on this board's not bad because you got the blank. I would prefer to play the ERES and ERED are acceptable. I don't have a D. It's Gonzos. No, only S. Yeah, that's a horrible word, by the way. Don't look it up. Can I play a Z word here? Ginzos. Ginzos? Alright. Right. Now you might think, oh, why don't you play Goss, keep Z for a good score? Well, you can, that's okay, but in my opinion, this is much... you want to keep scoring with bonuses. You don't get to 500 by not playing bonuses, right? And that's it. I might have something here. Like I've almost got agonizers. Good. Yeah, I can't think what it is. I'm taking it. It opens the Z up. You might not like doing that. It depends on the type of player you are. It depends on like where you are in the scoring levels. But you know, it's really up to you. So, but I think you should. There's very few situations when you see a bonus that you should never play it. Maybe in one of these series I'll actually come across that, but yeah, for now, yeah, we're all good. Alright, see you later.